walk with it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, those of you on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook platforms. I'm T. Clay, and we're in the book of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees, chapter 24, I believe. Yeah, chapter 24. And we left off with verse 16, and now we're at verse 17. Yes. But first, let us pray. O most holy God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is whom we address. We thank you for all that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. We thank you for delivering us from our enemies in many instances, seen and unseen. We thank you for how you have caused us to even acknowledge you and how you have exposed yourself to us and show us who you are to those whom you will reveal. And we thank you how that today, even as we speak, things are being shifted. Governments are being shifted. Power is being shifted for that great and notable day, even to the point where we began to meet you, hopefully in glory, that all of us, even those under the sound of my voice, might even be found worthy to be accepted with you. Because it is my estimation that you're looking for a people. You want a people that will worship you nonstop, a people that would praise you nonstop, a people that never tire of you. That's just like a man or a woman. They want that love from that man and that woman that never tires, never gets old. It's not the fact of what they do to you. It's the fact that to even want your love. You're not evil at all. And those who order their steps after you are not evil at all. Yes. We see that in our relationships with each other as well, in our relationship with you. To want to be loved, to want to be appreciated, to want to be believed, to want to be supported and stood up for. Yes, and you have all power and you have done everything for us, and yet we still don't believe you. We give you the glory and the praise for all things. Yes, and deliver me from the hands of evil spirits who have sway over the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me astray from thee, my God. Establish thou me and my seed forever, that we may not go astray henceforth and forevermore. Jubilees. A prayer of Abraham, chapter 20, verse 12, chapter 20. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, a beautiful day. And we thank God for those of you that have come with us from the beginning. Yes, we praise God for you. We give God the glory, even the spirit that moved upon the water according to Genesis. And we thank God for those of you who have come in between, those of you who have moseyed it along and you're trying to catch up, but don't waste your breath. Do it at your own pace. And we ask those of you that have just come in, catch up, learn. Do all you can to learn. Read that Bible on your own. Read these books on your own. And those of you who are just about to subscribe and those are about to follow, we ask you, come on in. We're waiting for you. Thank God for you. And yes. Thank God. We're in the book of Jubilees, chapter 17. Yes, it's a shift happening. A shift happening in this world. A shift happening in heaven. This shift is already happening in heaven. It's just the time. A day with the owner of the earth. I'm not going to say the L word, but I'm going to say the owner because some people are offended at that. They think you're talking to some other God. But the owner would be most appropriate of all heaven and earth. The owner. Now see, when you own something, you have jurisdiction over it. According to mankind, God only allots to men for his lifetime, and then it's over with. He allots to nations until they're destroyed. Well, he decides they want to rebel against God, and what God does, he causes them to be dispersed. the owner of heaven and earth. You own nothing, man, woman, governments, governing bodies. You own nothing. See, there's no one man doing all this. You would best serve you well to say the governing body of this nation or this country or whatever, because it's all people working together that are included in this core, just like you have in your churches. See, they pattern themselves after the governments. But these were with families too. You had families that it began with families. Families had their own, their camaraderie. They had their core. And then you had people join, even as you learn with Abram. So you have to look at things, start analyzing it from different areas, different mindsets, and how you can, and then try to put yourself in the mind of those who would manipulate, those who would take such a thing as the scriptures and begin to manipulate them to their own effect, even among spirits. Yes. And let's read verse 17. And he gave them this goodly land, as he said he would give it to Abram and to his seed after him always. And may they hold it as a possession forever, and may I see born to thee, my son. This is Rebekah praying and talking to her son. This is Rebekah. She saw a greatness. Some children, you see something, but then you still have to love them so they won't get the wrong idea. But the fact is, there's one of those children, or maybe a few of those children, that you see greatness in. Right now, this is a mother. You see greatness in. You see a foolish child and you see a wise child. Wisdom is not always swords and guns and all these things. See, this is what Isaac saw. He saw a hunter. He saw a man's man and all this. That doesn't mean anything. It means wisdom. See, Jacob could do all these things and then some, but yet he used wisdom, sound judgment in the things that he did in his life. And so now she says, may I see born to thee, my son, blessed children during my life. She wants to see this. And a blessed and holy seed, all thy seed be, as thou hast refreshed thy mother's spirit during my life, the womb of her that bare thee, that blessed thee, my affection, my breasts bless thee, my mouth and my tongue praise thee greatly. You see, woman, it's not just your child, it's the man's child too. Some things in this situation he just didn't see, or he had his own agenda with Esau and Jacob. He saw Jacob, but he didn't desire, he wanted the rough. Some of you women just want roughnecks. You want a dumb man that's wild. Oh, give you adventure, give you all awesomeness, give you all these things, and make your life weighed in the balance. This is what some of you like this. You like the bad boy. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from or whatever. You like the one that's going to go against the grain. He's not so boring. You know where you get boring from? A mindset. You watch too many commercials, too many Jesse James films and all these other bad boy films that really the guy winds up in jail or dead in reality. But the fact is, a wise man. See, this is what Kobe, Eve, and Jacob. He was wise. He was patient. He was patient because he wanted to please God. See, one thing about the law of the Most High, it will cause patience. Because you have to wait on God. God don't wait on you. See, many of you want God to say, pow, that's it. And then that's it. You think 3 weeks ago is a long time. That's not a long time. When you think of the days of the Lord or the owner, may I put it, the days of the owner are as 1,000 years. This is a heavenly time. No man has ever lived 1,000 years. If it is, it's not true. No man has ever lived a day, a heavenly day. Yes, no man. Now, when that day comes, That's when God has really opened up a great blessing to you. You won't even be tired. He'll let you live so long, you say, oh, I don't want to go no longer. But either way, life said, the womb of her that bare thee, bless thee. My affections and my breast bless thee. In other words, my affection. She's saying that the milk that she fed him, blessed him. She says, in my mouth and my tongue praise thee greatly, because she saw greatness in this child. She saw a child, a son that she could respect even as a woman and a mother. Yes, she saw one because of the way he carried himself. Increase and spread over the earth. And may thy seed be perfect in the joy of heaven and earth forever. And may thy seed rejoice and be on a great day of peace. May it have peace. And may thy name and thy seed endure all ages. And may the Most High be their God. See, there was an agenda with this woman and her family. It wasn't that she loved Abraham when she first stepped off the mule or whatever beast she rode upon to meet him, or Asaka. It wasn't that. It was that she was going to she joined with this man that there may be a holy seed, that their nation might be even more so. Their clan, their village, their people, or maybe just want to raise a child to be a certain profession, as both of them are, or maybe a child that would be a farmer or whatever, an industrial genius. This is what her agenda was. Children, when you marry, it's just, love is just, what that got to do with it? The love that you're talking about is this Greek eros, and that stuff disappears. It's Greek eros and all this. When you marry, you have to have some type of agenda with the male or the female that you're about to marry. And both of you must be of the same mindset. Else, you're wasting your time. It's not going to last till death do your part. It's not. And then you might have sometimes, God forbid, that the person might change their mind. That's given, okay? You can be married for 20 years, 18 years, and all the way. And next thing you know, the other person just has a whole different agenda. And it frustrates the plan that both of you started out with. Now, that is given, okay? These things happen. You cannot wreck a person like that. But the fact is, starting out to have that agenda, you're going to take chances in life either way. God takes a chance with you. You walk holy one day, and then one day you just decide that I don't want God no more. For whatever reason, for whatever desire you have, you don't want God no more. And you walk out and go to do those things that are wicked. These things happen. But God looking for a seed. She blessed her son. She says, in my mouth and my tongue praise thee greatly. Increase and spread over the earth. And my seed be perfect, and thy seed be perfect in joy of heaven and earth forever. And may thy seed rejoice on the great day of peace. May it have peace. See, she even saw peace. Many wars and many evil people around. And may thy name, in verse 21, and thy seed endure to all ages. And may the Most High be their God. See, his seed is Abraham's seed. Abraham's seed is Isaac's seed. Isaac's seed is Jacob. This is the chosen out of Isaac. Isaac was a chosen out of Abram. Yes, and the Most High be their God. And may the God of righteousness dwell with them. And by them may his sanctuary be built unto all ages. Now God has a remnant in the seed of Jacob. It's not Jacob all along. You all coming with all that. It's not no automatic salvation either. Now, because Jesus didn't shed his blood, or Yahushua didn't shed his blood for your sins. It's so why you don't even have to worry about it. It's already shed. You think in humanistic terms. You all come with that spiritual junk and garbage talking about, we already saved and all this other stuff. You still got to keep his commandments. You still got to keep his statutes, judgments, and ordinances. Yes, you do. And his law. Yes, blessed be he that blessed thee. Else he's going to come and judge you, this elect one, whom you call thus and so. All flesh that curseth thee falsely may be cursed. Now this is already said, and he kissed him and said to him, may the I am of the world love thee, as the heart of thy mother and her affection rejoice in thee, and bless thee. And she ceased from blessing. Oh, what a wonderful thing when your mother just looks at you and blesses you because she sees greatness in you. And then turn around here, your grandfather, he's blessing you because he see that same greatness. And then your father comes around. You know, he's a good man, yes. But he had more hopes in the other son because maybe to him that was firstborn. But the fact is, relationships between mothers and sons and children. See, this was the whole thing of Satan. See, the governments, they're just a puppet. The spirit world has dealt with the governments for Kobe, you know, putting people on welfare, then kicking the man out the house, causing the seed to be confused. Then there's no, and then you go to church and here is the woman is so engrossed in the church that she forget about her husband. And then the husband says, I don't want to go to church, but this man trying to lay down with my wife. And she doesn't honor her husband and said, if you got something to say to me, pastor, say it to my husband. Now, see, these things ought to be. But you rebel and you said, oh, I don't need a man. I don't need this. It's not the fact that you need a man. It's the fact that you want to build with a man, that you want to be with one. You want to fulfill your life with one you're going to fulfill his and he's going to fulfill yours. That's what it's about. But now Satan he had his way now with the younger. It started from a long time ago. Seems like Reconstruction have caused a lot of things in the marriages, especially among Jacob and among the dark brown peoples. It's caused a lot of confusion between male and female, to divide and conquer, to divide the woman and conquer. You can see one thing about the male seed, it cannot be deleted. It cannot be deleted. You can wipe out all the males of his seed, but you cannot wipe out Jacob. No way. That seed will continue as long as there's a male in that lineage. See, this is why they do this. This is why the evil spirits do it through the people that oppress you. Because the fact is, they know as long as a seed of Jacob is present, there's hope. Because God's going to deal with that seed. And many of them have rejected him. But there's many that have not rejected him, that have embraced him and had more seed that love Jacob and follow the law, statutes, commandments, and ordinances of the Most High. Yes, even Christianity can't stop it. It tried. But the fact is that God has that seed. And it's growing. He has a remnant. And Satan, you cannot. You just got a lost cause because it's already written, it's already done. Either way, it's already done. And woman, you have to look at the fact that if you know that you are of Jacob or your nation or whoever you are, you need to start bearing seed, nurturing seed. See, the man is not all lost. You just been choosing the wrong one, or you allowed the wrong one to come into your life. The man has chosen the wrong woman, and the woman has allowed the wrong man to come into her life because of the way she perceives life. And with that, choose wisely. Peace.